ravioli.
Mario Odyssey is incredible. It had some of the tightest controls, techiest jumps, and creative gameplay the series has ever experienced. The music, the world design, and pretty much everything about Odyssey is a masterpiece. So of course Nintendo wants to bank on all that success, and they are finally giving us a sequel to the already legendary game that is Mario Odyssey. By some sort of a miracle, I was given a review copy of Mario Odyssey 2 by Nintendo, and I gotta say, this might be the best Mario game ever made. Mr. Miyamoto took a hard look at what makes Mario great and decided to trim the fat. Mario Odyssey 2 gets rid of all the extra fluff like the awful cappy mechanics and the triple jump, and instead gives Mario the pure essentials. The long jump, the side flip, and the backflip. Now I know what you're thinking, come on, they took out the triple jump, what's up with that? But trimming down Mario's moveset makes you focus more on mastering the limited skills you have instead of just being decent at all of them. They're also bringing back the painting levels and the hub world style from Super Mario 64 to give it that old school Mario feel, and now there's anime girls in it.
こんにちは皆さん。
Oh hey Mr. Miyamoto, what's up?
表はマイナス16度、とても寒いです。
Miyamoto, not this again, you're just pulling my leg, come on.
まだ皆さんに見ていただいてないステージも最終的にどのルートが自分の好みになるか。
Wait, hold on, this isn't a real Mario game?
ザ・ホックスガード、世界中の人たちと一緒に。
Yeah, Miyamoto gets it. Okay, for real though, look at this and tell me it doesn't look like a legitimate Mario game. I mean, it's definitely not on par with the visuals of Odyssey, but if I didn't know any better, I would easily say this could be part of the 3D World series. I had multiple people pop up in stream asking me what Mario game I was playing, thinking nothing was off until they heard Mario. I found Isekai Mario, and I was fully expecting some half-baked attempt at a Mario game with anime girls plaguing everything, but really, this is a super solid game. Yeah, you can spend the coins you collect in-game to summon anime ladies and play as them too, but I wanted to treat this like a Mario adventure, so I stuck mostly to the man himself, but with Dio Brando's voice. I gotta say, I'm pretty blown away here. I mentioned earlier about the limited abilities Mario has, but I think having 3 main jumps, the long jump, backflip, and side flip, really made this game better. Not to mention, those are my 3 favorite Mario jumps, so bonus points for that. In Isekai Mario, you don't have tons of options to do crazy technical jumps. Instead, you had to almost puzzle your way through each level, figuring out what jump would work best and where. There was always a path to take, and it wasn't always obvious. You couldn't just get up somewhere because you were good at utilizing Mario's move kit, you had to find the actual solution to the puzzle. There were plenty of jumps where I looked at them and I had no idea how to do it, only to learn that I could actually long jump across that gap, or I could do a backflip to get up onto that area. This was especially apparent in the later levels, but we'll get to that. I mean, obviously this doesn't compare to a actual Mario game, but for a free fan game, it's pretty good. Isekai Mario is basically Mario 3D World's third cousin twice removed. Despite it being fan-made, it captures the feeling of a Mario game pretty damn well. The movement itself is great, which is something necessary for a Mario game. The only main problem is, it feels like Mario has ice skates on the whole time. Like the developer was like, yo, you know what's fun? Ice mechanics. I love slipping around on ice. Let's just make Mario always slipping around on ice. So yeah, it does make Mario quite slippy and can cause you to slip off ledges after jumping. But, and that's a big but, it only feels off because I'm used to Mario games having more control after landing jumps. By the time I was about halfway through the game, this slippy movement wasn't really a problem anymore since I had adjusted to it. And after that point, damn, it was actually great. Honestly, I got clickbaited by the title of the game and the promise of anime girls. I thought they were just gonna be thrown in there all over the place. I feel like you go in because you think it's gonna be a hot mess of Mario simping for Jotaro Kujo, and you just end up staying for the legitimately enjoyable gameplay. I'd say I'm disappointed this game didn't churn out memes for me left and right for this video, but I can't complain when the game itself was actually this fun. Really thinking about it, here I am making a serious video about a game called Isekai Mario. Let's just let that sink in for a moment. Even the worlds themselves are designed pretty well in this game. I mean, if we're comparing this to Odyssey, then hell no, it doesn't hold up. But if someone said this was a Mario game from like the early days of the 3D World series, I'd totally believe it. As far as level design goes, pretty much all the stages are solid.
Court is now in session.
As you are no doubt aware, someone has
murdered Mario.
The truth is obvious. The guilty party sits among us. It is none other than Goomba.
What I really loved about this game is they did without all the power-ups and focused on tricky platforming challenges instead. The only power they did have was to just add some variety to the platforming with the helicopter block. I just couldn't stop playing, so I ended up finishing all the stages and collected every star in Isekai Mario for a total of 60 stars. The developer is planning for a full 120 stars, so I guess I will just have to wait until then. Hold up. There's more? So where the main chunk of Isekai Mario is more open world inspired, Toadette Sweets Gallery introduces more linear levels, and whew, these ones get a little bit hard. But honestly, this is where Isekai Mario really starts to shine. The 3 jumps you have start becoming necessary in certain scenarios, and some of these jumps become so precise you don't really have room for error. And I love it. My favorite thing in Mario is going balls to the wall and trying to figure out interesting and challenging ways to get to places that aren't just taking the obvious route. Isekai Mario basically just implemented this as a game mechanic. They really said, "Fuck you, this is the path you're gonna take, but if you mess up even once, you're done for, Tony." Now imagine if the stages got even harder. Dude, I barely even know where to start with this. There's 2 trials so far, and each of them features smaller sections of extremely precise platforming that are separated with checkpoint flags, and they are straight up themed off of Zelda dungeons with Zelda tracks playing in the background. I started with the Temple of Shadow. This one pushed you to your limits of your jumping ability, making you more or less utilize a single jump style in each little section of the greater level. Overall, this trial was tough, but manageable. It has some really great sections like this, and this. And after executing this jump and completing the stage, I kind of felt like a god. I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point I'm the best Mario Isekai player in the world. I was up for anything. I was ready to go. My hands were warm, my mind was focused, my Mario skills were at their peak. This second trial was going to be no problem at all. The Stone Pillar Trial was the most challenging Mario platforming I've ever done, and this isn't even an official Mario game. This guy right here said, "Screw it, I'm gonna make you suffer," and released this incredible abomination of a Mario level upon the world. Everything you do has to be so precise, and half of the time I had no clue where to go. So I'd finish getting through one section, and I'd have to just try something to see if that was the direction I needed to go. And every time you mess up, you just fall down the tower, giving you time to think about your existence and contemplate what the hell you're doing with your life. If there was any time for me to have a midlife crisis, it was during this level. But once I hit that first checkpoint, I was more determined than ever to complete the stone tower. Try after try after try, and hours later, I finally did it. I conquered the entirety of Isekai Mario. And the thing is, I forgot I wasn't playing a legitimate Mario game. If it wasn't for Mario doing all his jumps with Naruto Uzumaki's voice, I wouldn't have known this wasn't legit. For a free game, Hello Fan Gaming did an amazing job, and I legitimately can't wait for the next set of levels to launch. It could be the fact that I went into this expecting dog water, but this game is goated legit. I did an accidental 8-hour stream playing this and was up until 4 in the morning having the time of my life. I can't even remember the last time I had this much fun with a game. So for a small developer to invoke these feelings inside of me with an anime-inspired Mario game, I'm just kind of blown away. So yeah, I didn't think this would be how my week went, because here I am making a fairly serious video about a game called Isekai Mario.
It's me, Mario. I love you, Jojo.